Far Lone Sails is a beautiful blend of melancholy visual and auditory melodies. A short 4 to 5 hour side-scroller developed by Okomotive, Far Lone Sails started as a project by a group of students at the Zurich University of the Arts in Zurich, Switzerland. It eventually became a full-fledged product and released on May 17th. Far Lone Sails inherits an ominous post-apocalyptic world ravaged by natural disaster. The oceans have dried and life is scarce. Its ambience and art style evokes memories of other side-scrollers like Limbo, but where Limbo was heavy with physics puzzles, Far Lone Sails veers more toward resource management than puzzle solving. It's you and your player-controlled landship against the natural dangers of the wasteland, using whatever fuel you can find and learning on the fly. While some mechanics leave a bit to be desired, the game as a whole is great and an impressive debut for Okomotive. If some games are like playing a movie, Far Lone Sails is like playing a painting. It's a gorgeous, drab mix of neutral colors set against beautiful, wide landscapes. This apocalypse doesn't include monsters or mutants, only a near overbearing feeling of solitude across a barren landmass. What little color there is, like in your character's clothing, stands opposed to this world, as if you don't belong. Serene stretches of flat land are broken apart by colossal, decaying leftovers from humanity's demise. Massive ships, buildings, and industrial sites provide clues to where you are and what happened to humanity, but never reveal the full story. A brilliant soundtrack and expert sound design match Far's wistful world. Certain gameplay elements cue piano keys and guitar riffs, signifying a change of pace or a change in the mood. The first time you start your landship isn't just fun, it's wondrous and exciting. The beat of the music matches your machine's revolutions, and the music stops if your ship stops. For such a short game, Okomotive nailed the atmosphere and pacing, including numerous loud and quiet sequences without them feeling clumsy, too long, or packed too close together. From the beginning, very little is explained to you, whether it be about the world, your character, or how to operate your landship. The game begins at what seems to be a memorial or grave. The wind catches a leaf, points you in the right direction, and after a brief tutorial on controls, you set off into the wasteland. Red buttons provide clues on where to go, what to activate, and how to progress, but most of the game is up to you to learn. Obstacles and debris block your path, serving as simple puzzles that you'll have to move out of your way so you and your landship can continue forward. Your landship uses energy in the form of boxes, chairs, and other objects to power its wheels, or wind to push its sails. When the wind isn't strong enough, you have to find, use, and conserve the objects you have for energy, and actively load them into the ship's engines. Most every object you carry and interact with can be used as energy, something I also found deeply symbolic. The vast majority of these interactive objects have color, and most things you'll find are boxes or canisters, but you'll also find one-of-a-kind objects like this blue beach ball. So not only are you taking color out of the world in order to preserve your journey, but you might have to use those unique objects for the journey if you don't have enough energy. The landship is more intricate than it initially appears and comes with an enjoyable learning curve. You'll have to make repairs and find places to store and save objects for later use. This intricacy, however, is a double-edged sword. Far, unfortunately, rarely takes full advantage of how cool and fun it is to control the landship. Those simple puzzles usually require less than a few minutes to solve, making the landship's versatility feel underutilized. The ship is packed with different interactive mechanics like forward and rear pulleys, even a welder to repair your ship, but they're only used once or twice as part of a puzzle. I was waiting the entire game for puzzles to become more complex, but it never happened. In fact, once I beat the game, all I could think about was how I didn't want it to end. I wanted to continue investigating the mystery, building my ship, and traveling across a forgotten land. It's such a beautiful and fun game, it's a shame it ended so quickly. When I think about games like Limbo, I don't know if I've ever wanted a sequel. They told a self-contained story and effectively fleshed out their puzzle and gameplay mechanics. But with Far, I didn't want it to end. It told the full story, but I feel like there's so much more left on the table for Okomotive to explore. And not just with the setting and art style, but also with the intricacies of the landship. That aside, I thoroughly enjoyed my time in Far Lone Sails. I believe it fits our B grade, and at a retail price of $14.99 is well worth your time and money, especially if you're you're a fan of this genre. Okomotive's debut title is a fun, charming, and unique experience, and I would love to return to this world in the future.